Okay, so which deck was I playing again? Oh, I did Rafika. I believe I made this deck the last time I streamed Forged Adventure Mode Magic the Gathering. I built a Rafik of the Many deck. The 4-mana Exalted, every time a creature you control attacks alone, it also gains Double Strike. This one. And as such, quite a few cards that... yeah, quite a few pieces of equipment that do stuff upon combat damage. Because with Double Strike, obviously this means I get the triggers twice. And because we're playing some equipment, obviously Cloud can search up that equipment. Or if we just want to draw a shit ton of cards immediately, Cloud, go find Skull Clamp, and then Skull Clamp Cloud, immediately draw 4. A big tree. I don't think I've seen a tree like this before. Grolnok's bug. I don't know who that is. Only one way to really find out. One way to know for sure. Oh, I don't own one of these yet. I don't have a Birds of Paradise yet, actually. What set even is this? I can't even tell what set exactly this is. We have cards from... that's an Urza block card for sure. Time Spiral Remastered. Masters 25. Dominaria Remastered. Ultimate Masters. Planar Chaos Time Shifted or whatever? Or like color shifted. That's a master set. Visions, yeah, these cards are all over the place. I don't even think that's like a specific set at that point. I'd be shocked if it was. Okay, so I have no idea what the rare I just found was. I have no idea what this card here I found was. No idea. Okay, so it looks like an owl. If I go into my inventory and then where is the list view? Maybe I'll see the owl in here. New card. Oh, hey, this is the Japanese card. Flash and Flying. That's a pretty good start. When Aven Interrupter enters, exile target spell and becomes plotted. Owner can just simply cast it for free on a later turn, or actually no, they gotta pay 2 to cast it on a later turn. Okay, so we exile their spell, and then they just have to pay 2 to cast it on a future turn. Not that bad. Not too shabby. Yeah, now that I actually know what I'm reading. Also, yeah, we've totally dueled these shades before. Yeah, not too bad once I actually know what I'm reading. Seems like a reasonable start. I'll probably just drop this on the field turn 2. Let's see if the opponent puts up a blocker or anything. Or they just kill my mana dork. Or my mana dork gets killed. Sure, I guess. Anyways, I'll just play another one. Do 1 damage and draw a card. Yes, please. Alright, Infernal Grasp, kill another mana dork. Oh wait, I only have 3 lands now, don't I? I guess now we have like 2. Okay, this is gonna be hilarious, actually. Untap my lands. Pay 2 life. This is gonna be hilarious. You need mana to actually make mana off of... You need to actually tap down 2 to produce any mana from this thing, so this is gonna be funny. Have an opponent gain 3 life. To make this a 5/5. Attack, alone. Give it +1/+1 and double strike. Every time it does combat damage to an opponent, I draw that many cards. Do I want to draw 6 cards? And then I get to do it again. Should go without saying, we're gonna definitely be forced to discard down to hand size, but that was amazing. I'll keep like 1 land or something. Okay, we're not gonna discard Ancestral Recall now. Okay, he's fine. I guess let's just dump as much stuff as we can onto the battlefield since, well... I'm gonna probably be drawing a ton more cards. Black. Protection from black. Yeah, I totally did already play the land for a turn. Alright, we already have Tamiyo transformed. We already got a Planeswalker here. I'll just put a combat research here. And then I'll play Cloud. Discard 1 more card. Good luck. You're gonna need it. And because this is pro-black now, he can't even block. Absolutely destroyed him. How do I even get to the treasure chest from here? Okay, I see a way now. I'm gonna beat up this tree folk because he's in the way. No, I don't think he's moving out of the way, so let's go fight him. A little dodgy, since I only have these that can make mana for me. I mean, we can always just draw lands later. Enchantment spell. If I don't play... I don't have that many enchantments in here. If I don't play any enchantments, this is literally... This is a dead card. That's only gonna, like, actually become a creature if I play an enchantment spell. I don't have that many in here. Okay, that's what I definitely needed to see. Don't even think I need to pay a life on this. Okay, sure, I'll just search another tree folk, I don't care. Perfect. We found another land. Oh, that's just gonna go. That was only amazing last game because I paired it with the Cold-Eyed Selkie and drew like 12 cards in one turn. I'm just gonna lose focus here. Counter that because it can't pay 2 more. Just lose focus on there. I get to draw this card like twice. In fact, once this reaches 4 chorus counters, I can just start casting stuff from my hand for free. Palace Jailer for free. And now I'm in an even more dominating game state. Okay, this will resolve. I could just totally fly over this thing. Just to make him lose his creature. Okay, I just let him search for another tree folk. Just because I can remove stuff from my opponent's field doesn't mean I should. Doesn't necessarily mean I should be doing that. Oh, just like that, he's gonna go cast it now. It's a 4/4 with hexproof. At this point, I couldn't care less. What is an Entmoot? Yeah, Archangel of Strife, my opponent can also just choose which buff to give their creatures. They can also, yeah, just for free, like, boost their own creatures. I don't know. Not sure why I want to give my opponent that effect as well. Okay, that's maybe Grolnok over there, maybe? I certainly don't really recognize this thing. Don't exactly recognize it, though. I guess there's no other way to this chest now, is there? I guess I have to just fight my way through a few skeletons here. I'm just gonna go Mystical Tutor into Ancestral Recall here. Alright, I'll take 2 damage. And then I'll just refill my hand. I think I need another land, so put that plains back where it is. A bunch of skeletons, unsurprisingly. Right, now I have somebody that can at least block them. Yeah, now that this can actually produce mana since I got a creature, Gaia's Cradle. That's fair. Gaia's Cradle. Barely enough mana to equip this. Oh, this is- oh, perfect! It's the story that gives protection from black and green. Just enough mana to squeeze that in. And protection from black, and look at all these creatures. Everything is black. We already got them. I'll keep the language for another deck I play. Kinda have to beat up all these skeletons just to have a shot at this treasure that I'm probably not gonna really need too badly anyways. Anyways, what's going on over there, I wonder? There, I have no idea. Oh, there's actually a lot going on around here. A nightmare? That thing's not gonna give me nightmares. At least it doesn't look like it will. But, no, really now. That's a playable opening hand. Okay, I kind of wish, I don't know, maybe I would have played this or this first. Then I could have just, I don't know, turned to play Cloud. Now I'll cast Cloud. I'll just get Skull Clamp. Oh, this... I actually don't mind too much. Nightmare exiles top 3 cards on my library. That's it. I literally got to go grab another equipment. Put this here and, like, we can't attack immediately. He just entered. Okay. Let's play my commander. I'll just swing at Ashiok. Again, unsummon. Now I have to re-equip this Jitte. I gotta reattach this now. Next turn. Okay, if this gets all the way up to, like, if this can do its -10, I lose my entire hand. Well, let's go grab yet another piece of equipment. Alright, now, yeah, good luck targeting this. I just gave it Ward 4. Good luck targeting it now. Oh, yeah, hello there, physicist. Yeah, once the prior stream is ready for me to just, like, crop the winning, like, 4-star run from, that's probably the next thing I'm gonna do. Once that stream is ready to be... Damnation. Oh wait, this staff lets me just untap a land for free every turn. And it's only 1 blue to counter an instant or sorcery. Just screw it. Swan Song. Just to keep my creatures where they are. I'm gonna Skull Clamp Cloud to draw 4. And get Cloud back. With Samwise. Okay, apparently we gotta choose a Ring Bearer for something. Can't be blocked by creatures with greater power. Kinda hard to block in the first place anyways, with his flying and whatnot. I'll just take a Bone Splitter. I'm gonna just spend 2 charge counters off of Jitte to remove this token. Pass. Nightmare may choose a card, put it onto the battlefield under your control. And I may also get rid of it. Okay, I've never seen this card before. It's not even like that new, it's like from 2022. If damage would be dealt to you, prevent that damage and mill twice that many cards. So instead he just mills cards off the top of his deck. This thing still has 5 charge counters on it. Unless I just spend 3 more charge counters to kill it. I'll put a Shadow Spear here. And a Sword of Feast and Famine over here. And then this is just going to attack directly. Oh, I completely forgot. I keep forgetting about commander damage. He was even if commander damage wasn't a thing, he was just gonna die from the next swing. That's 13 power and it had double strike. He was gonna die no matter what. I just hate it when I get stuck on random obstacles like trees. So I'm just going to leave and re-enter. Still, yeah, I just hate it when that happens. The tree folk respawn, so I have to duel them again. Okay, this, at the very least, I can just play this as a land on the back that makes blue if I need that. Oh, let's play my own creature. TBRS? Yeah, I think I saw something. I think I saw that. When I was just looking at the badges, I noticed one that... Oh, wait, this is one I've never seen before, this badge. This badge really sucks? How bad could it be? And then I'm like, oh shit. Complete a game with 4 or more players? A modified game with 4 stars without anybody dying and everybody making it to the end. Yeah, first things first, yeah, find like 3 other people. And then hope to God not a single one of them has their internet cut out or they need to like just abandon the game for whatever reason. I mean, yeah, given, like, how pretty much anything can really happen that's completely out of your control with 3 other players, try just making that orders of magnitude worse by having 7 other players in the same game as you. I need one more mana. We'll have to equip this after doing damage here. Okay, this is gonna resolve. Or I can just do Sink into Stupor. Return a spell to its owner's hand. Oh right, that was the thing I literally just put back in his hand earlier. I'm still pretty much completely protected from all his creatures anyways. With that on-color sword of Feast and Famine. I also didn't fight this guy yet, so... I think I'll try that as well. Swamp Troll. So he starts with this for free and this for free. Okay, so I basically will not be able to target any of his creatures with any of my spells or abilities. And destroying these creatures is going to be a lot trickier too. Whenever a creature token dies, put a +1/+1 counter on Griswold. So that must be why I'm getting the tokens. I'll just let this hit me for 3. Maybe this will at least deter the Swamp Troll from just having Griswold attack again. This could theoretically just block and kill it. Now that has the Bone Splitter attached, but let's just see. Still attacking. I'll take 5. Become the Monarch. And I can't even target anything. I just remembered, because this is on the field, I can't target anything. So if he attacks with everything again... Oh wow, he doesn't. I guess maybe I do just get to hold on to my crown. Nice. Nice, Witch Enchanter. Now, if only I would have played that first and then the Palace Jailer. That would have been most certainly ideal. Anyways, let me see what I can do with the Preordain here. I could, for now, I guess I can copy Bone Splitter. Not very exciting, but... yeah, really not exciting. Does he have any creature cards in his graveyard that are worth scavenging? No, he does not yet. Does anything fly or have reach? It does not look like it. I can already imagine I know, like, how we're gonna start working our way towards winning this. Okay, he's gonna get 1 food token. Yeah, last I checked, I mean, unless maybe I come back tomorrow and then the Grace entities are not in the pressure game anymore. Yeah, they were still there tonight. Yeah, one of the reasons why I went to check. Okay, are these race entities still in the game? And if they get removed, how are we gonna address for the fact that, like, that's 30% of, like, worth of modifiers gone, just for good? How are we gonna address, like, 30% of modifiers just being gone for good? Maybe just redistribute, like, the loss percentage, like, the lost, like, points or something across the other modifiers. Oh, finally doing some damage here. Exile, Fairy Mastermind, he surveil 1. He surveils 1. I could just totally counter this thing, so let's do that. Yeah, I thought somebody said something about somebody's girlfriend being a racist. Sounds similar, right? Similar to what? Also, why is he taking... Okay, I think I know why he's taking a really long time to make a decision. I think... Okay, now I can imagine why he's taking so long to decide what to do. With all these creatures on the board, yeah, especially the tokens that both of us have. I certainly have not either. Where's Source the Plowshares? Okay, Skull Clamp. That's just gonna be hilarious with all of my plant tokens. But I can just turn into 2 cards each. That's just gonna be hilarious. Yeah, I can just draw an obscene amount of cards, basically. Oh, and just put a Guy's Cradle onto the battlefield. That's even better. How much mana do we even have from this 1 Cradle? 13 green mana, just from that alone. Yeah, I can afford to pay that. Sure, why not? I guess I'll clamp 1 more token. Yeah, which that hardly seems fair. Alright, discard down to maximum hand size. Alright, just gonna give me even more tokens. Oh, he's gonna take, like, ages to decide. If he wants to attack again, right? Because, yeah, there's still all these creatures that could attack and all these creatures that could block. Oh, that was quick. Much quicker than last combat phase to decide what he's doing. Just how big can this guy be exactly anyways right now? Really big, in fact. Oh, I still have 7 mana floating from Guy's Cradle. And we have like a 13 card hand here. That's gonna go on to... I guess whatever. Doesn't really matter. At this point, I don't think it matters. I mean, I might as well just also equip Sword of Fire and Ice. I guess there's somewhat good news. The only good news that comes to mind is we wouldn't have to deal with Doppel anymore if this is for real. Alright, let's make another Sword of Feast and Famine just because we can. Yeah, and that's gonna be my turn. Okay, discard one more card. I was thinking either that or just redistribute the lost 30% onto other modifiers. But replacing it immediately with something equivalent, or as equivalent as possible, also makes sense. Yeah, those grace modifiers were still in the game when I was playing earlier tonight. I thought he was. So, that means they get to keep him in the game? So that means he actually gets to stay? Unfortunately, yes. That was a long game. Yay, Dobble's still gonna be around for some reason. Yeah, of all the entities that are gonna stay, why does it have to be the one that I actually just hate the most? Of all the ones we're keeping, it's like the worst one. Of all the ones that get kept, Doppel's the one that's gonna stay. Is this some sort of a joke? Is that actually a flight of stairs I can go down or up? It is. There's like a whole ass basement in here. I might potentially end up spending the entire stream in this one dungeon. There's like so much going on in this place. Okay, now that you've reminded me. The fact that he's kinda loud doesn't help either. I guess if, like, all the other stuff he does isn't bad enough, the fact that he's loud too making it hard to hear for the stuff that can actually just one-shot kill you. That's not like the first thing you think about, like when you like talk about Doppel, but yeah, exactly. That's not the first thing that comes to mind either, but holy, yeah, you're right. Sometimes I find myself panicking because like, I can just barely listen over Doppel to the other stuff that could actually one-shot me. And then there's constantly being on the move, so Doppel doesn't just flip your controls around and blacken your screen for however many seconds. At that point, do not shuffle the deck. That's gonna become a tropical island, that fetch. Yeah, sometimes the game... And then there's the fact that the game loves to do you dirty like that. I might as well just attack for, like, potentially 8 here. Yeah, he was able to totally jump block it. Destroy up to 1 target artifact or enchantment when this enters. Okay, I guess that is fine. I'll just move this over here. Oh, now this guy's gonna now have trample. Oh wait, I think Rafika's actually gonna die here. Oh wait, never mind, he somehow didn't die. Oh right, double strike. This guy's doing his combat damage first, of course. Oh, it's the original. It's the original Slimefoot. It's not the one I see a lot of dual commander. It's not the one that I see like at a lot of dual commander tables across from me. We're just gonna go in here. Who is this again? Oh, that's the Dark Enchanter. Are we even gonna find Grolnok? Whoever that may be, are we even gonna find him? Oh, I'm just gonna find a Dark Enchanter again. Who starts with this on his field for free, so... And I think most of his deck is enchantments, so he's just gonna get to draw a bunch of cards for free. Okay, even if the spell fails to resolve, if he just so much as casts the enchantment spell, he draws. Oh. Missing a land drop, I see. I'll just get my commander on the field. Hope this ends up working out. You may put a -1/-1 counter, so one of my mana dorks is gonna die. Oh, and he's got lifelink. And now, so do I. So do I now. And just like that, we're gonna gain 10 life back. This is fine. Kasali Pride Mage? I'm probably gonna put that. I'm just gonna put this on top. Cast it. And then it'll just remove the Enchantress's presence so he stops drawing cards every time he plays an enchantment. I'm just gonna mana drain his Cartouche of Ambition. Just keep attacking over and over with the Shadow Spear here. Lethal damage from Commander. Well, 21 damage from a single Commander just makes him auto-lose the game. Oh, quest item. Where am I supposed to use it, though? Question is, where do I use it? Also, any good loot in here? Since I get to look. What is going on here? Whenever you cast the Bolas Planeswalker spell, you may sacrifice Wasp of the Bitter End if you do destroy target creature. What Bolas Planeswalker spells am I playing? So I'm thinking maybe that... Maybe if I go back down here... Maybe there's a door I can unlock. This one right here. There's gonna be like another boss fight or something. Oh, what is that? This thing looks like it wants a piece of me. You can go in here with some frogs. Secret door. This looks like Dungeons and Dragons stuff. Anything good in here, though? A black dragon. Zorn. If I want to play a deck that's full of... If I want to play a treasure deck, that's good. Interesting. What is this over here that wants to attack me? Frog Hemoth. First time ever seeing one of these. Whatever this is, yeah, I guess we're gonna duke it out. Whatever that is supposed to be. I'll just pass it back to him, of course. As long as there are 3 or more lands in your graveyard, it's gonna get +2/+2. Sacrifice a land, search your library for any land, put it onto the battlefield, tap, and shuffle. Okay, ideally give me a land, any land. I guess I'll just play another creature. Search for Marsh Flats. Okay. I guess before this starts to get, like, really big, I'll just source the Plowshares at. Still not exactly getting much help here right now. I guess he's not the only one who's not finding a lot of land cards. Looks like he isn't the only one. Let's just crack one of the clues. Have this transform. Uptick loyalty. Now just pass. I mean, it's only gonna do 2 damage right now. Just draw me another card at that point. Okay, cast Rafik. Uptick this again. Swing with this now. Yeah, because I get to play that for free. Oh, wow. Look what I just drew. I'll play Mystical Tutor for free. We'll just grab a Berserk for next turn. Potentially just, yeah, do enough damage to kill him in one shot next turn. Search for more lands. And completely tap out in the process. Perfect. It's gonna be 8/4 double strike trample. Sacrifice a creature, gain life equal to that creature's toughness. Interesting. Well, I think this thing's okay, but I'm still probably just gonna sell the rest back anyways. Spore Frog, that's decent. It's a giant frog. It's a giant frog. Japanese card again. And something Eye of Vecna. Card advantage that makes you lose a bunch of life. And you have to also funnel mana into this thing. Every upkeep you actually want to draw a card. Plus you have to funnel mana into it. There's just better ways to be drawing extra cards every turn than that. What is the boss effect? Artifacts and enchantments are creatures, in addition to their other types, and have base power and toughness each equal to their mana values. Whenever a non-token creature enters, in that case, my battlefield, create a token that's a copy of that creature except it's a 1/1 green frog. Artifacts are creatures, so that means my equipment won't even work, right? That means my equipment doesn't work. If an artifact's also a creature, it can't even legally equip. I'm gonna guess auras don't work in this case either, right? Gonna guess that also fails to work. If so, this is gonna be really awkward to try and make this work. Okay, my Mox just turns into a 0/0 creature that just dies. It just dies immediately, because that's a 0/0. Yeah, so those two become absolutely useless, but because I start with a 5-mana Ring of 3 Wishes, that means I start with a 5/5 creature. Which is just, quite frankly, hilarious. I mean, if I would have known this was the boss effect, I would have taken an entirely different deck in. I would simply just be playing another deck. I'm just gonna Mana Drain this thing away. So let's play Palace Jailer and not exile any creatures, but at least make me the Monarch. Oh, he just got one of these too. Interesting. So I played this. Okay, who was the crown? Okay, I have the crown so far. So I played this. He made a copy of it, right? And then he exiled, well, I played this, I exiled something. Actually, no, I didn't exile anything. He played this, he exiled something. I'm not exactly sure how this works, but... I'm not quite sure how this works, to be honest. He somehow ended up with one of these two. I'm not quite sure where that came from. Honestly, not 100% sure how it came about. Oh wait, he gets a copy of it too? Oh, simply because, well, yeah. This enters as a creature, so it enters as a creature for him, too. Oh, okay. Sure. Not gonna remove any fake counters in response to me just getting rid of his copy. Okay. Sure. Yeah, I guess. Worldly Tutor, let's see what I can go find. Anything that has to do with equipment's probably gonna be useless. do Wan Shi Tong Librarian. Maybe draw some cards with that. Alright, I'll attack with Parallax Wave. Never thought I'd be saying that. Never thought I'd say that. One, two, three, four, five, six. So X is 4 for Wan Shi Tong Librarian. Block the 4/4 with my 5/5. And then what does this do? Okay, it's literally himself. Can I legally put Rancor on something? Okay, it actually works. I guess it's only, like, non-Aura enchantments that become creatures. Because if it was Auras too, then I don't think those could legally attach to other creatures either if they were creatures themselves. Oh, right. He made himself a copy of this, so if I search my deck, he gets a free draw as well. Yeah, I cannot legally equip this because it's a creature right now. Anyways, attack for 7. Still. I may just be able to ignore this thing entirely. I guess let's also play my commander. He's gonna get a copy of it too, just by me playing it. I guess we're gonna do attack for... How much damage do I still deal? A lot. Yeah, me thinks I'm probably gonna win next turn. Oh, this is attacking, and it's gonna have double strike, right? Because of this? I'm just gonna Parallax Wave that thing away. Frogify attached to Wan Shi Tong. Unfortunately, that is gonna resolve. Loses all abilities. Still keeps its counters. Okay, this is actually perfect. And then I just remembered, equipment doesn't work in this matchup because they're all creatures. That's when I then remembered it literally just does not work. Guess I'll sacrifice the useless Bone Splitter at this point. This thing at least gains double strike. It gains double strike at least, right? Chump block with a 1/1. Not at all surprising. How many lands is he playing right now? Holy crap. Now we're gonna Frogify this too? Really now? His hand is full of cards. At least put Rafik back in my command zone. So which of these is attacking? The 9-6 is attacking. And it's got double strike too, I believe. That being said, I should probably just block. Yeah, all my creatures are just dying at this point, and his board is just... everything's just multiplying. I'm gonna recast the commander. Attack, flying, and it's also gonna gain double strike. Oh, right. So that certainly buys him some time. Yeah, just like that bought him some time. Okay, that's got Death Touch. Just Palace Jailer blocks here. And he actually just gained 2 life. He's still going. And he's still going. He's still... okay, now he's finally done. There's no way he's gonna block this too, right? We gotta do this again. And now we gotta repeat this once more. Can I just not have a good hand? This'll have to do. So early, yeah, he's just gonna play stuff like Rampant Growth very early. Meanwhile, I just get to do a bunch of free damage because I start with this ring that's now a 5/5. I'll just do a loose focus on this thing. Create a token that's a copy of Ring of Three Wishes. Except it's a 1/1 green frog. Okay. Oh wait, never mind, it's a 5/5. Maybe I should have just countered it. I'll Mystical into Ancestral Recall. Alright, now I have my white mana. Cast this. Double strike. 6/6 here. Nice. Fierce Guardianship this thing. Okay, I'm gonna take 12 damage now myself. I don't know if I can just, like, easily one-shot him with Berserk here. If he's still got this much life to go around, I don't know about that. I guess we're just gonna keep swinging at each other back and forth with these 5/5s with the double strike. I guess I'll play something to chump block. I mean, normally I'm supposed to just equip this and start accumulating charge counters, but that is obviously not happening here. Well, anyways, should have maybe countered this. I'm thinking I gotta grab something that if he copies, that's not a big deal. If he copies Wan Shi Tong, he gets a 1/1. I play it with like 6 mana, I get a 5/5 and draw 2. So I gotta think, because I'm gonna cast this, X is 4. He's gonna copy it for free, but X is gonna be 0 on his end, so he's gonna get like a much worse creature than I do. That's just how I have to think. Alright, I got that out of the way. Here he is with Frogify again. I don't know where he keeps finding this. Not sure where he continues to find that. So yeah, now I don't have a flying creature anymore. Alright, and now I'm down to 8. We totally do have to discard. I definitely do want to slow him down with this here. Token that's a copy. Get rid of that. And then Source of Plowshares this away. That's one less thing for him to just kill me with. Okay, we're still gonna have like a 7/7 double striker. Barely did any damage to his board, but it's something. And I'm running low on cards here, and he is not. I'm just like constantly thinking these creatures could be even scarier. This could be so much worse. That's one more creature of his just gone. Cycle the Triumph away. Okay, sure. Anyway, so I got me another flying creature. And he's got one too. Of course he does. Alright, that took another 8 points of life off of him. Cycling again, okay. I'll just draw another land card. Alright, 4-2 flying double strike again. This time it'll just chump block with his copy. I'll mana drain this thing. Hoping that wasn't a mistake. I don't know how many more land cards you're gonna give me. I don't know how many more land cards we gotta get here. Let's just make this attack. 7-7, and it's gonna have double strike. Force him to just block with another of his creatures, so now his board's just gonna be ever so slightly smaller. Well. And I'm gonna have to clearly block, one way or another. Doesn't have trample at least, so... Actually, I think I really want this thing to just die already. And then I can just replay my commander. Right. Okay. Force the block again, one way or another. This can only block flying creatures. Alright, now I gotta deal with that, too. And I just cannot stop drawing lands for some reason. Literally all I can draw right now are just lands. Literally cannot find anything else. I can only find land. I can find land and absolutely nothing else. All I can get is land. We're gonna be losing this one. I didn't draw enough. Didn't draw enough spells. Couldn't find enough spells. Really late into the game, all I got were lands. Literally would not draw anything else. We're gonna try that. Maybe that wasn't the best idea. Okay, especially if the clue tokens just die immediately because they have no mana costs. Makes Tamiyo kind of useless. This thing flies, so yeah. I'm just gonna get that as a 2-2, and well, of course so is he. I think we really have to just come back with another deck. This deck that kind of relies on a lot of equipment to just carry me, especially when the equipment just simply doesn't work. And then the equipment just simply does not work. When they're forcibly turned into creatures, the equipment fails to work at all. Yeah, I think this is precisely why we just get cooked with this deck in this matchup. Well, at least... anyways. Okay, Sword of Temptation can always just steal something later if need be. So I got him to 23 life, but that doesn't mean anything. Except that means actually nothing. Trample, so not much of a point in blocking. I'm gonna steal this thing for myself, actually. Alright, he's gonna get his own copy too, so that's exactly how that's gonna play out. So that's how that one goes. This should have probably just swung first. He would have stolen it, but it would have been... anyways. He's gonna untap with his first before I ever do, so anyways. Anyways. Okay, so I get my crown back, ultimately. He gets his... This is now back on his field. He just got his own creature back. Go figure. I don't know how this happened, even. I'm honestly not even sure how this is happening. I'm actually just simply, like, not sure. I don't even know exactly how this happened, but... suddenly... everything's just a complete and utter clusterfuck. Everything's just like a total mess now. Yeah, doing a lot of damage to him, sure, but look at the difference in board states. And it's only gonna go downhill from here. And it's only going downhill from here, too. Even if I block with everything, trample. He's guaranteed to do damage to me. Sure, I can make a bunch of mana, but how exactly does this help me? I'm trying to just see how this helps me, if it even possibly does. I can't even recast this yet. Apparently. I see. Honestly, I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do here. Honestly, at this point, I can't say I know. I'll take my crown back, I guess, for one more turn. If I'm gonna even get another turn at this point. How much damage even is this coming my way? It's probably too much. It's probably too much to realistically stop. I'm just gonna admit, this is like a horrible matchup for me. I'm just gonna admit it. Yeah, we got a horrible matchup. I feel like I have, like, the wrong deck for Grolnok's boss effect. I have plenty of good equipment, and then it becomes basically useless because they're forced to be creatures. Turning into the creatures, yeah, we're making it useless. I am playing the wrong deck for this matchup, simply put. We'll see if maybe Animar Soul of Elements is a little bit better. I mean, in any other circumstance, really, these would be fire, but... if I have any other Moxen, they gotta come out of the deck. Any equipment, also... can't really play any equipment. If it's just gonna keep getting turned into creatures. So we're gonna sideline Skull Clamp for this specific matchup against Grolnok over here. And then there are some other cards I definitely wanted to try. Ideally, I want something that also lets me play lands from my graveyard. That too would be really nice. Thinking maybe I want more creatures that don't have ETB abilities, more so just creatures that do stuff upon being cast, because if Grolnok copies them, then he can't copy the cast triggers. Also quickly, where's my mana drain? I think I'll throw that back in real quick. Thunderflock, if I cast it, I just return every non-elemental creature back to its owner's hand. I can basically just wipe my opponent's board. So we have a fastball, and I really ideally want to pair this with something that says you can play lands from your graveyard. And fetch lands, because that'll just be hilarious if I can do that. That's the capital city, right? I'm pretty close by, so that's good. At least. You know what, I might as well fix both of these. I'm just gonna quickly make a mad dash for the nearest capital city. Yeah, rather than search for something that lets me play lands from grave, let me just go and grab something from the smith. Let me just go and find the smith. I think I'm gonna more or less specifically go for... okay, there's also a Outlaws of Thunder Junction commander printing. Yeah, there's Hour of Devastation. Modern Horizons 3 Commander. $25 possible cards if I set it up like this. I just go to the set that this card comes from and kind of like have the same options. Oh, 19 possible cards this way, so less. If I do rares, less still. Oh, I think Hour of Devastation was kind of a small set. I think that explains it. I don't remember this being like too big a set. Yeah, it was like little under 200 cards. Something else is gonna have to come out momentarily as well. Yeah, quick question is, what am I gonna take out? I think I'm gonna just sideline Flame Tongue Kavu. Actually, I'll sideline Sour of Temptation instead. Hold on a minute. I think I'm gonna actually main deck Cyclonic Rift in this matchup. Thinking this is a matchup where it actually at least makes sense to do that. I'm gonna put Animar into this state and just see what happens. Now I'm gonna have to run back to save. I might as well just save my game real quick. I'm gonna have to run back to Grolnok to try him again. May or may not have a Tree Folk in the way on the way back. Apparently we do not. Door is still unlocked. And then, yeah, literally just up here. Yeah, right up there, in fact. I'm gonna try this again with a deck that doesn't rely on equipment. I'm gonna be playing creatures left and right. He's gonna copy them all. Hopefully... Yeah, hopefully I can still just amass like an absolutely insane board state that just doesn't care about all the creatures on his field as well. So yeah, first order of business, get Animar on the field immediately. And hope he stays there the entire time. First order of business, really. Get him out. If I warp this into play, what happens to his copy? Okay, we'll just deploy this on a later turn at this point. Okay, his copy sticks around, mine warps away. Oh, back to me. Really wish I had more creatures to go around. Sadly, I don't. I guess I'll evoke Muldrifter. At this point, I'm just desperate to get counters on this guy. Wait, how many cards did they just draw now? Oh no, how many cards did they just draw from this? How much card advantage am I giving them? I'm gonna get rid of the thing that just doubles all his ETB triggers. I don't want him to have, like, one of those also going around. Holy shit, is this actually gonna be somehow worse than the other matchup? Yeah, anyways, I don't think I want him to keep a copy of Animar around either. And what do you know? All I got is lands now. And now it seems all I got is land. Try and hold on for another turn. Sure. I'll take one. Worldly Tutor. Let's see what I can do with Worldly Tutor here. Do I even have any elves? I don't think I do. So why would I grab that? We'll get there, I guess, through Formidable Speaker. What's my hand looking like? Imperial Recruiter. I'm not the only one who's gonna get to go search up a bunch of cards. Okay, he's doing his 2 searches first. 2 Jade Avengers. I'm gonna do Wild Canter and Peregrine Drake on top of the lands I have. He's gonna untap his cards too. I'm just gonna float a bunch of mana. And then untap again. I'll float my mana first. So this thing started to grow rather big, actually. Which is good. These are all 1/1s, but all their useful abilities are going to be live. Oh hey, Maelstrom Wanderer, that's pretty cool. Only I'm gonna be the one who is, like, cascading. Oh, Wheel of Fortune, I'll play that. I guess give me a new hand, and see what I can come up with a new hand. Tishana, Voice of Thunder. Oh, we're both gonna resolve one. How many cards am I drawing, and how many cards is he gonna draw, actually? How many cards will you draw? I literally just made him deck himself out with my card. I gave him a Starfield Vocalist, and I gave him... How many creatures did I give Grolnok? Because I gave him something that's just like a mandatory draw card for each creature you control. And with the Starfield Vocalist, I also gave him a copy of his Tishana's gonna go off twice. And he's the one who's drawing a bunch of cards first. How many cards did he start with in his deck? I'm playing a full-on Commander deck, so 99 in mine. Yeah, he had a 63 card deck. So, unsurprisingly, he's decking out before I do. Wait, how many cards did Grolnok start in his deck again? How many cards were in a starting deck? Imagine if this just decks him out because he's forced to draw too many cards from the creatures I'm giving him by accident. And yep, that's exactly what just happened. Okay, ideally we do need, like, a red mana source so we can get Animar out immediately. Maybe I'll draw one. Okay, we will draw one for turn. Sadly, I can't Wild Growth onto Volcanic Island turn 1. This can't make green by itself. I guess we'll wait one extra turn to, like, deploy Animar. Well, no matter what I produce, we're gonna also get, like, an additional green from the Wild Growth, so... Let's just play a Mana Dork. Okay, imagine the plan just becomes, give Grolnok so many creatures, including a Starfield Vocalist, which forces his ETB triggers to be doubled, and then force a copy of Tishana on his field. Just give him, like, 20 plus creatures. Give him like 10 to 20 creatures, including a Starfield Vocalist, that doubles how many cards he's forced to draw, and then just force him to draw like a bunch of cards. If I too am gonna have to draw like upwards of 40, 50 cards, and my deck is also starting to run thin, he copies them. His instances of Tishana's like mandatory draw go on the stack first. So if both of us have like little to no cards in our deck, he's gonna, like, game loss first, because he's gonna be forced to draw first. Stupid way to win, I know. Stupid enough to work. Stupid enough to work, though. I don't want that to resolve, but it's gonna resolve. I'll just have those trade. Because I can just squeeze this in at the end step. I meant to cast it, not cycle it away. I meant to cast that. Oh, whoops. Oh well. Alright, we'll just casually draw 3 cards for 1 mana. Oh, World Weave, that's hilarious. He just got a copy of it, too. I forgot, he's gonna get a copy of it as well, just because. If only, like, I was the only one doing that. I mean, it's gonna resolve whether I like it or not. And everything's attacking already. Alright, what's gonna be my best creature in this case? What is really my best creature to go into here? I mean, I can sort of just think about it. I can kind of just ruminate on that. Not enough mana to squeeze that out just yet, sadly. Sadly, we will be a bit short. I'm gonna try Formidable Speaker. I'm gonna just turn this into a simple Wood Elves. Oh, that's for Cavernous Souls, make my elves uncounterable. I'll get my forest now. I mean, at least I also have like a bunch of creatures I can just hide behind. And I got several more lands that'll just be ready to use next turn, so maybe we can actually start popping off like crazy if I just get one more turn. Then we can just start to really pop off. I'm gonna give him, like, a search for anything with converted mana cost 6 or greater as well. Yeah, imagine if I just try and deck him out again, because he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 creatures. Okay, we're not gonna deck him out with that. Unless I loop Tishana enough times, then maybe we can try and loop him out there. Then maybe try and deck him out there. We're just gonna keep everything ready to block if necessary. At least a bunch of these creatures are all just 1/1s. I mean, this cannot attack immediately. Froghemoth could. He's getting a bunch of free lands as well. From this right here. Just like me, getting a bunch of free lands. So Animar is attacking, and so is Froghemoth. And he just also milled a bunch of cards. So that's a 5/5, yes it is. I'm thinking I want to just get his Animar off the field as well. But I really do not want to lose mine. Also, I'd rather keep my World Weave. I think I got enough lands off of my World Weave. I got like this. No, I got 3 lands. I think we got enough off of this. Blocking my own Animar Soul of Elements. What is this? What does this come to? What does the world really come to? Exile my graveyard, but this is not really a deck that cares too much about that happening to it. This deck's not too concerned about that happening to it. Primeval Titan, I guess, can just stay where it is. He's untapping, and, well... so do I. So now I can just draw a bunch of cards and also force him to draw a bunch of cards as well. But... it's gonna be still my turn, so I'll be more or less free to do whatever with the cards I draw before I guess he does, unless he draws a bunch of instants and stuff. Or I think I could just probably win the game this turn anyways. That's coming in tap no matter what I do. He's gonna have to draw a bunch of cards as well. He's gonna draw before I do. Shrieking Drake can just put any creature back into any of my creatures back into its owner's hand. Beautiful, beautiful. Champions of the Perfect will just make it so every time I play a creature I now draw a card. Perfect, perfect. Windswept Heath, failed to find. No forests or plains left. No, there weren't even any plains on my deck to begin with. Not a single forest left in my deck. If I Thunderflock, that puts all non-elemental creature tokens, all non-elemental creatures back to the owner's hands. We're gonna do it. All non-elemental creatures back to their owner's hands. Oh, this is a Frog Spirit Elemental. Oh, so that's why this is still here. Frog Spirit Elemental. That's exactly why that's still there. That explains why this didn't go anywhere. That's what that's still doing around here. 1, 2, 3, 4... Oh, I have plenty of tapped lands. I guess just first, so I, like, start drawing cards again every time I play something. Now I can just re-untap my lands again with Peregrine Drake over here. And now my turn to untap the lands. Anyways, at this point, what am I gonna go grab for myself? Maybe, I don't know, like a copy any creature. Why don't I just give all my creatures haste? Free Raven Familiar, don't mind if I do. He gets to add one of the top 3 cards of his deck to his hand, and now it's my turn. My turn now, too. I can also play lands from my graveyard. So can he. He's got 13 cards left in his deck, and he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... 8 creatures so far in his field. That's 8. Is he gonna search for land cards in his deck? his copy? He can if he wants to. I might as well. Okay, he's just gonna thin out his deck some more. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 creatures on his board. Ten creatures on his board. $11. I have an island and a command tower. Shrieking Drake. He's putting Raven Familiar back in his hand. I'm gonna put Peregrine Drake back into my hand to let me continue playing. He probably has more creatures on his field now than I do. He's got more creatures on his field now, I believe, at this point, than he has cards in his deck. So because he's also going to be forced to make a copy of Tishana and forced to draw a card for each creature on his field. This is going to resolve and make a copy that's going to resolve the ETB before mine does. He's going to draw to another game loss. By turn 8! I got an achievement for doing that by turn 8. Animar isn't even supposed to, like, make your opponent deck out. Wait, Wait, how many triomes? How many triomes did he just give me? Why are you giving me 5? Why did he give me 5 of them? His key. Grolnok's... He gave me his skin. That's gross. And a quest item. Grolnok's key. No idea where I'd go put that. Alright, there's one locked door I think I'm gonna try. This is the one locked door I can think of. Booyah. Alright, so yeah, more treasure. This is like alchemy nerfed Minskin Boo. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Nerfed version of Minskin Boo. I thought they cost, like, yeah, they should normally cost 4 mana. I'm guessing, like, the 4 mana version of was a little bit too powerful, so on alchemy they nerfed it. First thing I noticed, it costs 5 mana. It's not what it is on paper. Return each creature without a -1/-1 counter on it to its owner's hand. Okay, so keep Animar on the field where he is and return everything else back to its owner's hand. I mean, Thunderflock is already doing that, and that's a creature that I can actually go easily search up. Not just the fact that it's a creature that's easily searchable with all my creature tutors. Yeah, assuming Animar's big enough, Thunderflock just costs 2 mana. This will always cost like 4. I mean, I love the idea of just amassing like a bunch of really good creatures with ETB effects. A bunch of really, really good enters the battlefield abilities. Being able to play them for dirt cheap because of Animar's like passive ability to just make the creatures cost very little if he has a lot of counters on him. And then Thunderflock just forces everything else except for Animar and maybe a few random elementals back to the owner's hands. So unless the opponent's playing elementals, they're pretty much gonna have, like, all their creatures put back into their hand. And if you have something like Peregrine Drake and you just can, of course, like, recast it for very little mana if Animar is huge, you can just untap your lands and probably just replay all of your creatures with really good enters the battlefield triggers. You can just replay your entire board again. And then attack with Animar into an absolutely defenseless opponent. And probably just one-shot them with commander damage. Honestly, felt like more of a win more card than anything else, and if I have trouble even getting Animar going in the first place, Thunder Flock is gonna get stuck in my hand. But yeah, just a fun idea I had. Yeah, as soon as I read that, like, when the Lorwyn Eclipse cards are being spoiled, as soon as I read, return all non-elemental creatures to the owner's hands. All non-elementals, so everything except Animar. So I'm gonna keep the cost reduction from Animar. I can just replay, like, potentially my entire hand. And leave my opponents, like, with, like, no creatures to block with on top of that. Of course I had to try it out. So we're gonna save our game, and then just call it a night and go to sleep. I spent the entire stream in Grolnok's bog. I mean, like, come on, there was a lot to do there.